December the 2nd, 2025. Jacksonville North Pulaski School District will be the model district where every learner is valued and empowered to become a successful contributing member of society. It's our mission to foster a culture of ownership and accountability through partnerships that create multiple pathways for success. Mr. Moore, please call the roll.
Okay. Carl Smith.
Present.
Daniel Gray.
Here.
Ava Coleman.
Here.
Jim Moore here. Ron McDaniel is not here tonight. Dina Tony.
Here.
Lauren Martin.
Here.
And Laura Walker.
Here.
That's all but one, sir.
Thank you very much. Join me as we stand for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. First item I've got, a special presentation. Dr. Owa, I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, good evening, board members and audience. I'm going to ask Dr. Walker to come and present our first presentation from the UA Little Rock Resident Program.
Thank you, Dr. Owa. We have with us tonight. Glad I could catch you.
Yes, thank you.
We have with us Dr. Eels from the UALR staff, and we have a resident with her that was a resident last year, but he is now hired by the district, and I'll let her do the formal introduction for him as well. One of the things I mentioned on her way up, when you read over our mission statement, it talked about partnerships that create multiple pathways for success, and as Dr. Eels is speaking tonight, I think it would just represent how we as Jacksonville is living out our mission. So, Dr. Thank you. Thank you, Board. My name is Rachel Eels. I'm the Wingate Endowed Director of the School of Education at UA Little Rock. I'm here to tell you about the impactful partnership we've been fortunate to have with your district and express our gratitude for the visionary leadership demonstrated by Dr. Jeremy Owa and his team. In October 2022, UA Little Rock secured the Forward Arkansas Transformation Grant, a pivotal resource that allowed us to reimagine our teacher education programs. The grant enabled us to create a more immersive internship experience, use data to refine our curriculum, and forge powerful, lasting partnerships with school districts. Jacksonville North Pulaski School District was our very first partner. Thanks to the early and enthusiastic support of Dr. Jeremy Owa and his team. Our collaboration began with a plan, and by the fall of 2023, Jacksonville welcomed our inaugural cohort of district-paid residents. 5 residents, 3 at Jacksonville Middle and 2 at Merle Taylor, spent a full year co-teaching with mentor teachers and embedding themselves in the school community. After graduation, 3 of those pioneering residents were hired by Jacksonville North Pulaski School District. We're honored that one of them, Mr. Chadwick Comer, is here with us today. Mr. Comer?
I would just like to say thank you very much for the opportunity to have participated in that program. The mentor teachers that you selected were by far the best that you could have done. This program helped lay the foundation in me and I'm sure future residents that we will carry on for the rest of our lives. It helps get those first year jitters out with the help of a mentor teacher and somebody to fall back on should we need that help. Thank you all again very much.
This is now our 3rd year working together, and we're so grateful that the Jacksonville leadership team continues to partner with us to strengthen this program. This partnership is a vital part of our mission to supply Central Arkansas with well-prepared, day-one ready teachers, especially in the Jacksonville community. This year's 4 UA Little Rock residents are serving as math tutors for Jacksonville scholars while they complete their residencies in elementary education, middle level education, secondary history education, and special education. We continue to have forward-thinking conversations about how our partnership can remain dynamic and flexible
so that we can adapt to changing needs within your district and at UA Little Rock. We at UA Little Rock are better because of this partnership, and we are so grateful. Dr. Owa, we have a token of appreciation for you and invite you to join me. Pretty thing. Dr. Owa, thank you for your early and unwavering partnership and dedication, which has created a foundational model for impactful collaboration to transform teacher education in Arkansas. Thank you. Yep. Did you get it?
Now it's the fun.
All right, count of three. 1, 2, 3. I got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Board, our next presentation is going to come from the Academies of Central Arkansas Foundation, Mr. Marcus Jewett and Mr. Bobby Gossett.
You gonna give a facilities report while you're at it too, Bobby?
First of all, that's not fair. I did not bring a gift, so Dr. O, my apologies. No, but thank you on behalf of the Academy of Central Arkansas Foundation. Thanks for letting us be here tonight to share about our partnership with you all, and hope we'll continue partnership and some of the outcomes that we're seeing. But before I jump into the weeds, a man that probably needs no introduction in this district, but I'm going to do it anyways. Bobby Gossett is here to share from his lens why this work is so important. He's an Academy partner here, an Academy partner at North Little Rock, but he's also, in his spare time, the board chair for the Academy of Central Arkansas Foundation. So Bobby, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. I want to go back a little bit and bring everybody forward. Maybe everybody wasn't at the table when the district decided to commit to the Ford NGL model, which we now call the Academies of Central Arkansas. So just give me a little bit of time to give you an update on that. So back in 2017, I was asked to serve on a steering committee that became Ford NGL. That came out of a direct result from Little Rock Regional Chamber doing a strategic planning process. And from that, they had 3 goals coming out of it. 2 of them were workforce development and public education. And what fell better into this fold was to get the Ford NGL model to the districts. At that time, this plan was presented to the local school districts, Little Rock, Middle Clark, Pulaski County, and Jacksonville, and all 4 of y'all committed to being part of this process. And so from that, we formed the Academies of Central Arkansas, and as of recent, we've become our own foundation. Obviously, that's why I was introduced as the board of the Academies of Central Arkansas Foundation. And so this model that was created, the Nashville School District started this 20 years ago, and so they've become the gold standard, and we're following that method on what we've done. Maybe some of y'all actually have made a trip to Nashville and seen the model. From that, once all 4 school districts committed to this, we're now standing on our own feet, and so Marcus is going to talk about that a little bit more. But you might ask why my interest is so keen on academies. And let me explain my pathway through my educational process through public education. In the 7th grade, I was one of those childs that most teachers would probably say wouldn't make it. Failing grades, D's were a goal of mine, just to pass. I skipped school. I was the kid that was always in trouble. Even while my mom was on the school board, I was that child. So I had a lot of eyes looking out for me. Well, in the 8th grade, some things changed, and that was I had an industry teacher that came out of industry to teach industrial arts, and from that, I was in a building type atmosphere where we built things, and that's where I fell in love for the building trades. And from that, I later took other courses in high school that were, we call them the trades at that time in high school, but welding was one of them, automotive, small engines, architectural drafting, engineering drafting, anything I could get my hands on, that helped further my interest in the building career. So, I was, yes, that student that no one would have predicted to be where I am today. So, but, look at me now, CEO of Baldwin Shell Construction Company, who's had the privilege of building all the Jacksonville, Pulaski County schools, and I really thank you for that opportunity. And as an industry leader, we need academies, we need workforce, not just Baldwin Shell, but the whole industry needs workforce. So we're very highly invested, and that's why we became an academy partner several years ago. And I thank you for that opportunity. Marcus will bring you the report.
Didn't bring a gift, and I have to follow that. Great. So I'm going to jump in and kind of share a little bit of the work from a regional lens. As Bobby mentioned, this is a collaborative with all 4 districts. The local chambers of commerce play a heavy role in this as well. So I'll zoom out a little bit and share a little bit about some of our outcomes, as well as dive into some of the Jacksonville, North Pulaski specific things. So here's our portrait of a graduate that was developed with some of you in the room back in 2019. This is an extension of what, this is a precursor to what Dr. O and his team have built as they've extended upon this profile of a graduate. When you look at those skills, those are exactly what we want our students to graduate with. It's not so much the technical piece of it outlined here, but it's their ability to communicate, ability to work effectively in teams, all of those durable skills that we know are gonna translate over well into the workforce. And through the academy model, they're able to gather these skills and put them in their tool belts all before they graduate high school, right? They've got a caring team wrapped around them, and they can work on these skills in a very safe place alongside with their industry partners. That's our why. That's why we do this work. Every decision we make is based off that portrait of a graduate and what's best for our students. We covered this just again to show you the regional nature of the work. We are a proud member of the Ford NGL community. There are about 40 of those communities across the country. We are still the only one doing this from a multiple school district approach because we know that's what's best for our region and for our students. Here's just a map to showcase that regionalism. That shows you the academies at each of the different high schools. On the right side, you have those highest level partners that have contributed to this work and kind of have taken on a campus or an entire academy. I won't belabor this because Bobby did a great job of covering this. I would just kind of from the 2020 to now, we had the first partnership back in 2020 with Baptist Health at Little Rock Southwest. Fast forward 3 short years, we're at 95 signed partnerships today. And honestly, we're just barely scratching the surface with that. I'd highlight your district as being a district of first, right? I think is that right, Dr. Owen? I've seen the commercial. You are the first campus, not that it's a competition, but it's a competition. You were the first district to have all of your academies have a major partner. So Baldwin and Shell, Unity Health, First Arkansas Bank and Trust. You were the first campus and first district to do that. And that fell somewhere in between that timeline. But as from a foundation lens, what we're looking at is into the future. Unfortunately, in the world that we're in, superintendents change. He's not allowed to change, but superintendents change. School board elections happen, and you guys change, and district level leadership changes, and industry leadership changes. And all of those changes represent a threat to the model that we've been working so tirelessly on since 2017. So having a strong convening organization, which is a team of people that wake up every single day, thinking about academies, going to sleep every single day, thinking about academies and how do we help enhance that experience for our students so that they get all of those skills that we outlined in our portrait of a graduate. When we think about trying to summarize the academies in one graphic, this is the guaranteed experiences continuum that all students, all 12,000 across all of our 10 high schools are getting, right? And so what I'd highlight here is on the left side, you go from learning about the company to the middle in the green where you're learning with the company. And then when you're getting closer to graduation, you're taking that learning and you're applying it within a company, right? And that looks like student internships, student capstone projects, industry recognized credentials, concurrent college credits. So you're able to take these learnings from your industry partners, but then tie it into real tangible outcomes before you walk across the stage for high school graduation. I'm a data geek, so I'll try not to get too excited. Plus these are really hard to see. My eyes are a little dry. But shifting from the hypothetical to like, this is real. This is real impact that we're seeing and some metrics that we're really excited to report and release soon in our Academy's annual report. This is one you don't hear in the news frequently, right? Academy high school enrollment is up 3 consecutive years. And I can't tell you the last time that happened because the records won't let me go back far enough to find 3 consecutive years of enrollment growth. And so with students having more choices for their schooling than ever, they are choosing our public high schools because of these offerings, in part because of these offerings that they're able to get through the academies. There's that academy partnership growth. When I submitted this presentation, it was 92 or 93, now we're, like I said, up to 95, so continuing to grow there. Shifting from those things to the student experiences that we just outlined. So you're seeing comparative data last year to this year, monumental increases in those guaranteed experiences. So a 21% increase in students taking a college visit, 54% increase in those taking an industry tour, and a 581% increase in the number of students taking a job shadowing or career mentorship. And so you think about upping the level of rigor in terms of the experience, and to see an increase like that, I don't think we were anticipating quite that jump, but we're really pleased with some of these metrics. Shifting from experiences to impact or to outcomes, this gets me really excited. The number of student internships went from 116 last year to 894 this year. So students have identified, hey, I'm interested in this future career, and now we're able to provide an internship that's aligned with those interests. We saw a 280% increase in the number of industry recognized credentials earned. And so that's students' welding exams, OSHA exam, industry recognized exams that are going to be able to translate. No matter, we don't want them to leave Central Arkansas, but if they do, this is an industry exam that will follow them and lead them to hopefully a higher entry-level wage when they do enter the workforce. Thinking about college and career, AP scores, the number of students that scored a 3 or higher increased by 37.8%. So again, it's showing these experiences leading to outcomes for our students. Here's a sneak peek, because Dr. O already approved this a couple days ago. The full report will be released here soon, but here's the Jacksonville two-page spread in the Academy's annual report. And this just outlines the great work going on in the academies, a brief description about them. But then on the right side, you see those same metrics that we just talked about. Okay, we're blinking over here. I hope you will be happy to see that every single one of those metrics on that report, Jacksonville saw a significant increase in last year. I think that's a testament to you all and your leadership, to leadership at the building. Jennifer Jameson, if you've ever met her, I'm sure you have, doing phenomenal work at the campus level. So that'll come out soon. We hope you share that far and wide. Speaking of sharing far and wide, these are just the Jacksonville High School news stories that hit the publications recently. So you've got your 3 partnership announcements and some other ones that are kind of a regional view. One of the Arkansas Money and Politics did a great write-up on and interviewed Dr. Owa about the impact of academies and what we hope to see in the future. So we no longer want the academies to be the best kept secret, right? And I think that's with the continuation of this partnership, we'll be able to help tell that story alongside, I saw her somewhere, right? She's doing phenomenal work, but if we can create collateral live in the moment and get it to her, because she's going to be able to get it to the people that need it, right? And so that's one of the things that we hope to be able to do with the continuation of this partnership. From desired outcomes, it is everything that I think most districts would like to see. We want increased enrollment, attendance rates, graduation rates, post-secondary readiness, increased teacher collaboration and retention. All those things can be achieved as a result of academy implementation. And from the foundation lens, how we hope to help you get there is to serve as that convening organization. I talked a lot about the transitions that happen, and we've seen it happen where it can set a school back 2 or 3 years. And learning from the communities that are doing this really, really well, the Nashvilles, the Louisvilles, the Akrons of the world, having that convening organization to kind of be that stay put, that through line, if you will, is critical to implementation. And so that's the key role that we'll provide, but also I know there's talks and plans to take career exploration even earlier here in the Jacksonville School District. So we can help with alignment of that. We've seen some other communities that are doing a K-12 academy implementation. And so that's something that we can help provide with new folks coming in every year, having some kind of standardized regional onboarding about the academy so that folks can understand where they fit in the grand scheme of academies and how they play a major role in the success of it. We feel like we can build out a team to be able to provide that entry-level PD for new folks. We'll always kind of live in that employer engagement, work-based learning space with being able to add partnership managers to the team. Their number one focus is going to be recruiting additional partners to your academies and pathways. And alongside that work, not only recruiting new partners, but helping your existing partners deepen their engagement. So that if you have a partner that says, hey, I can hire 1 intern next summer, great. Let's work with you to figure out how next year you can take 3, or the year after you can take 5. Because it's going to take a lot of partners to be able to deliver on those guaranteed experiences that we just kind of walked through. And then the last thing, you saw a glimpse of the annual report. We will continue to track and monitor all of your partners' investments so that they're able, and you're able to see how much impact that they have had in your community, right? I think about your partners last year, and it was over $200,000 of time, talent, and equipment donated to your campuses, and directly engaging with your students. So we're really excited about that, and Dr. I don't know if they have seen the agreement, proposed agreement, but we would love to talk about what we could look like in continuing this agreement with the foundation, and under your leadership, we're very, very thankful for that. You are, I say it all the time, and hopefully it doesn't embarrass you, Jacksonville's a national leader in this work. So much so that Ford NGL is in early talks with us about how do we become the Nashville hub, where folks don't go to Nashville to learn about academies. They can, but they also have another option to come here and learn from you all. And so with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions or feedback from you all. Thank you, Dr. Owa.
Thank you. So board members, the plan is for Mr. Jewett to present to you all today, and then in our board meeting in October, you'll actually have the agreement for your approval.
Okay. Any questions, anybody? I'll just say on behalf of the board, we're very grateful for the partnership, y'all's leadership and partnership that we've experienced, and it's been awesome to watch it grow and spread across the entire county, not just us, but appreciate y'all's work, and thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Appreciate you.
All right, our last presentation is Principal Mims from Jacksonville High School.
Are you gonna sing the new fight song?
I'm not.
Oh.
Sorry.
Come on.
But first, I would like to say thank you for the ones that have been out and supported us. I've seen a lot of you at ball games and pep assemblies, and I think I surprised them with a lunch pep assembly on the first day, and central office came over, so I think that went over pretty good. So thank y'all for your support of what we are trying to do at the high school. So my job tonight is not to talk about pep assemblies, but it's to talk about data. So the Jacksonville High School data for the last school year. And so I would first start off with Dr. Owa kind of stole a lot of my thunder at convocation. I had already done this presentation, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just hit it again. So we had a record number, 103 Jacksonville High School students receiving at least passing score on at least one AP. Our 2D art and drawing scores exceeded the state and the global average. The African American studies, the English literature, the composition, human geography, world history were at or above Arkansas average. We had 13 scholars that were considered AP scholars, which means they received as scores of 3 or higher on 3 or more of the AP exams.
Smart ones.
Yeah, we had 6 AP scholars that came out with honors, which means that they had at least a 3.25 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 4 or more exams. And we had 1 AP scholar with distinction honors, which meant that they received an average score of at least 3.5 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more AP exams. So I knew Dr. Owa presented that, but it never hurts to put names with those scholars that had that accomplishment. So there's a list of names of those AP, the AP with honors, and our 1 distinction. All right, so the AP data, just the trends, we looked at starting at 2019 and came over to 2025. Our total number has increased. We were at 220. We gave a number of 377 exams. We had 103 with passing scores of 3 or more, meaning they could receive the college credit for that. And percent of total AP scores with 3 or plus was 46.82. And I put a little chart on the bottom. It's just a bar graph there.
and you can kind of see that that trend has been going up. I don't really look at 2020 so much because AP tests were done at home because it was our COVID year. It was kind of a little skewed right there, but as you can see from the 21 to 25, that bar graph is going up. So there's a trend there, line graph, excuse me. So ELA data, the class of 2028, which is our 10th grade class, as you see that level ones in 23-24, we were at 48% of level ones, and you want to decrease that value. So last year, we were at 36%. So as that number goes down, your level twos should rise. So our level twos went from 37 to 43, and our level threes went up from 12 to 17. And then we did increase a little bit on a level 4. So that is our class of 2028, and that was in ELA. So that was kind of a highlight for us on the Atlas testing. Our other highlight was our 11th graders. They were at 39% in 23-24, and they decreased that level 1 to 25%. And so the level 2s went from 47 to 57, and then we went up from 9% to 15. Kind of stayed about the same with the level 4s. So we actually dropped just a hair from 5 to 3. And then kind of following the Academies of Central Arkansas, our CTE data, our completers, which meant that these are just seniors that completed at their pathway courses, 3 or more pathways. So that is our seniors, and we had 122, and we had 122 in 2024. So this past year we had 144, and we had 143 concentrators. Our certifications went to 190, and the certifications can be underclassmen as well, depending on the class that they're taking. So that could be, it was some of our Safe Surf, it was some of our Auto Shop, so it was some of those different. So there are some underclassmen in the 190. So year over changes, we increased from 22%, and then our certifications we increased by 55%, which just piggybacks on what they just talked about and what brought to your attention. So that is the data report from Jacksonville High School. Any questions?
Any questions? Appreciate it. And
All right.
So we're invited to the pep rallies?
Oh, sure.
I don't know what time those start or when they happen.
Well, this
so-
past one started at 3:15, but we'll be doing another one.
Maybe Miss Stephanie can send out you get a message to her, and see she'll send it to the board. And
All right,
see if
sounds
we
good.
can.
We'd love to have you. So,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But he has to sing the fight song, right?
yeah, you have to sing the fight song.
All right.
And you have to sing the alma mater.
You don't want us there, is that what you're saying?
Send us the words to that, please.
Mr. Gray, that completes all the special presentation.
Very good. All right, do we have anyone signed up for public comment this evening? No, ma'am? Okay. Thank you very much. Next, we've got facilities report. Mr. Bobby Gosser already gave us that. I don't think we have anybody from WER here either. So, all right, Legacy Walk. Dr. Owen, you want to give us an update on that?
Yes, sir. We are ready for you all to plan a ceremony. Stephanie has been Stephanie and Chisa have been working with the company, and they are waiting for you to schedule a date and time so that we can have the ceremony. So we are set to go and need the date and time. And so our goal, just so you'll know as you start thinking about a date and time, we would love to have the ceremony on site at the Legacy Walk. We would provide the PA system as well as the chairs for people to have a seat in tight circle. The rain location tentatively would be the foyer of the auditorium, so that with umbrellas people can walk across to see the recognition wall after the ceremony. But is now.
So how about, we need some time to notify the families and the winners to give them some time to be there. Why don't y'all give us like 2 dates in, we think October? Would that be weather-wise cool enough to be outside possibly? Ms. Mims, you wanna look at the calendar at the high school and make sure we don't conflict with anything and get with Dr. Owood and give us like 2 dates? Tuesdays and Thursdays probably, or?
Around the same time that we normally do things, like 10 a.m.?
10 a.m., 10:30 or something like that.
Okay.
Whatever is good for the schedule at the school.
Good.
Okay. Okay, we can do it, and would you like for me to share that via email?
Say via email, and then we can respond back on that and see which date works best for the majority.
Okay. Will do.
Cool? Very good. All right. All right, next item we've got district reports. Dr. Owood.
Yes, sir. So I'll keep the superintendent's report brief because I know we had 3 presentations. Just wanted to give you an update. As of today, we're sitting at about 4,100, a little over 4,100 students enrolled. This is the 11th day of operation, so that's a pretty good number. It's pretty staying the same pretty much as last year, so we're happy to see that number. Hopefully more will come. I spoke to Mrs. Freeman, our student data coordinator, and she said there are still registrations in the system, so we're still processing those. We've had a successful 2 weeks. We've had a few bumps, of course, with transportation, but those things leveled out, so we'll continue to address things as they come. Had a really great start to our athletic season, as well as academic season. Things are going well in all the schools. I've been able to visit all the schools between the beginning of school and today, so wanted to give you an update. The third update is that Dr. Walker and Dr. Picard, along with our curriculum instruction team, did participate in a Zoom webinar with Arkansas Department of Ed on the acceleration of 3rd grade students, read by 3. To make sure that we're in compliance, and so they're going to continue to meet as a team to make sure that we're preparing our scholars K through 2nd grade all the way to 3rd grade to make sure that they're not retained. And so they're working each day to make sure we provide those interventions and supports to our young people so that they continue to matriculate on to 4th and 5th grade. So that the last thing with the legal transfer update, we had 6 students in and 16 out. 6 in, 16 out. And that concludes my superintendent's report.
All right, any questions? We have PPC reports? No. All right, consent agenda, we've got the minutes of the August 4th regular meeting, assistant superintendent's reports, and the financial report. Is there anything on there that needs to be discussed? If not, I'd entertain a motion to
So
approve.
moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. 26 FY budget.
Yes, according to state law, in our policy, we are required to present to you all annually the the school district budget for approval. Mr. Hunt and Mr. Morrison have prepared the proposed budget before you that you've seen in your packet, and the recommendations to approve the FY26 budget as proposed.
All right, we've got a recommendation on the budget. Any questions? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve as presented. Or another motion if somebody wants to make it.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously. All right. Good job, sir. ACH remittance for property insurance.
Yes, to make sure we're in compliance with legislative audit and the state laws, we wanted to bring before you the ACH remittance for property insurance approval. Many of you may know that the state has passed legislation that's requiring all public schools in the state to have property insurance through the state of Arkansas. course, that payment must be delivered via ACH. And so before we move forward with that process, we wanted to make sure that we had approval from the board to make an ACH payment to the state of Arkansas for that property insurance. And so the recommendation is to approve the payment via ACH for property insurance.
Shoot.
So is it the same where we're paying, or is it more, since the state has taken over?
It's actually less, but your deductible went up tenfold.
Yes.
So,
So
As long as
deductible,
nothing happens, we're
right.
good.
Your deductible went from 5 to 50,000, but the bill went from 7, I think, to 5, was it 523, something in that area?
528.
528. So the bill went down, but if things happen, your deductible is significantly more.
wow, okay, thank you.
Any other questions? When was the last time we made a claim on our insurance policies?
Last year?
We made several last year?
Yes, we had, a leak.
I bet we make less this year.
We budgeted for 2.
We had several leaks. Year before that, it was tornado, everything.
Well, okay.
Fencing, things like that. We had some that happened to us that we had to claim on for car ran into a fence at the stadium, things like that. But as far as us, this past year has been very light compared to the tornado year.
All right, so we've got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Did I hear a motion? We got a motion? Okay, got a motion from Ms. Dina. Second from Mr. Jim. Any other discussion, questions? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Next item we've got are purchasing 2 maintenance trucks.
Yes, board members, before you, you have a action item to purchase 2 maintenance trucks, and the rationale is listed in an effort to reduce the reliance on contracted services and to be more efficient. We are proposing, well, one, we've employed 3 skilled maintenance professionals to provide that additional service that we were once paying. We've hired a licensed electrician, an HVAC technician, and a licensed plumber. With adding those skilled professionals, we need a way for them to move around the district. And so in order to have efficient and reliable transportation, we're proposing to you to purchase 2 maintenance trucks for their use. We did achieve or receive 3 quotes, and those are provided to you as well. And so the recommendation is to approve the purchase of the 2 maintenance trucks at the cost of $58,018, and that will come out of the maintenance fund.
All right. Which one of these, one crane?
Yes, the crane. Crane
Crane on.
with, yes, the first quote that you see.
And that's behind, we're not at the high school right now.
Yeah, it's the 2019 Ford truck F-150.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
All right, get a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. All right, next we've got security vehicle purchase with a backseat partition.
Yes, as you all may know, or one of the things that we always, I say we, let me say our security and safety team, we always have to make sure our students are able to make it home from an event or school, and sometimes it's left up to the school to provide those, even during extracurricular activities. And so in an effort to make sure students are safe, but also our drivers are safe during school hours and after school hours during the transportation of our students, we would like to purchase a vehicle with the partition that separates the front seat and the back seat. Officer Odom has assured that it does not look imposing as a police car, but it does provide safety for our officers as well as our students. as we transport them. And so the recommendation is to approve this purchase of the security vehicle that's equipped with a backseat partition for $24,000. And that will come out of the fund of the auction funds that when we auction off the equipment at the buildings that we're demolishing, the purchase of this vehicle will come out of those funds. And you have the 3 quotes before you as well.
That was the Crane as well.
Yes, Crane.
2021 Dodge Durango.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Next item, we've got student disciplinary actions, and there are none.
0. Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. Next item we have is personnel, and we do have a waiver request, and that will need to be heard in executive session. So we will move into executive session for the discussion of personnel. We shall be back. Actually, before we do that, back in open session, we have an addendum before us that needs to be added to the agenda. So I would take that, entertain a motion to add this addendum to the agenda.
So moved.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so that addendum has been added to the personnel agenda. Now we will move into executive session for discussion of personnel. Go ahead and call us back into open session. We've got a personnel report, and there was a waiver request for Mr. Robert Lasley for a school bus substitute school bus driver. And the recommendation to it is to approve that. Is that correct? Or you didn't?
Yes.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And a motion and a second to approve the waiver request for Mr. Robert Lasley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that is passed unanimously. Also, we had the personnel report, and the recommendation there is to approve as presented and amended.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none, so that passes 100% as well. All right, upcoming events, September the 11th, we've got the Grow Press Conference at Taylor Elementary. That is a very cool thing. We are excited about our 529s at Merle Taylor. I will be out of town traveling for my AMC Civic Leader trip next week, so I can't be there, but I wish I could be there for that. That's going to be cool. September 15th through October 15th is National Heritage Month. October 9th, our district annual Hispanic Heritage Festival at JES and JMS from 5 to 7. That's all the events, and we'll have a legacy wall unveiling to add at some point as well. And since Ron's not here, we're just going to have to stay until he comes.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
All right, we are adjourned. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.